Hello friends, toys and game are super profitable on Amazon, and if you are thinking about tapping into the profit, you have come to the right place. I will walk through steps in this video to show you how to source children toys from India. So let's see in detail. In this short video, I will show you exactly how you can source children's toys from India. Some of the benefits you should already be doing this, and where to look for ideal suppliers in the toys category. If you have been following me for a while now, you would have already guessed there is going to be something extra. So watch this video till the end. Okay, so why should you consider selling children toys on Amazon FBA? The reason toys are a great place to start is because they are inexpensive, require a small order, and you can predict their demand with things like kids' movies, cartoons, and occasions like holidays. Brands like Lego, Mattel, and Hasbro dominate the toys industry and have become billion-dollar giants in this industry. But they are not doing it alone. Amazon has taken almost 83% of the online sales of these brands, which put the toy sales of Amazon at just above $4.5 billion. All of this is great for FBA sellers like you who are thinking of starting a store catering just for toys, as they are easy to source, inexpensive, and have a secret cycling period that can net you thousands in profits. The toy market is fairly competitive. That's mainly because there are many alternatives to toys. For example, let's say you are selling a standard sand castle set for the beach. As a buyer, you will be clicking on different sets of the same toy because they might be the different size, design, or maybe the person you are buying it for loves a different color. This was just an example, and most of these customers can be brought towards your product by including the most popular colors, having sizes that are suitable for different ages, and other sale performance factors. What exactly decide the success of your Amazon source is your manufacturer. Suppliers control a lot of your business and have the power to make or break your profit. As an FBA seller, I can tell you suppliers drive the number one cost of what you are selling. Number two is take care of quality control operations that remove defective products. Number three is take care of the packaging and shipping. With such driving factors, it's important you look for the right supplier, and India has a pool of toy manufacturers. The good thing about wholesale toys suppliers in India is that they are competitive with global suppliers from countries like China and Indonesia. So naturally, they have to offer something cheaper, better, and a service that differentiates them. And I can say that there is no shortage of those type of suppliers in India. Okay, so how to find toy wholesale market and suppliers in India? Let's see in detail. Okay, let's take a look at the toys wholesale market in India and how to find the right suppliers. Finding these wholesale suppliers can be broken down into researching, looking through directories, and physically going to wholesale markets and attending conventions. You will find most of the toy manufacturers located in Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu states of India. Most of these factories are located in the industrial zones of these states, with distributors taking the products to wholesale markets around India or exporting them. You will find them in these states because state tax schemes like capital subsidies, stamp duty exemptions, and interest subsidies. There are two types of toy manufacturing suppliers available in India. Number one is online presence suppliers. You can visit their website and contact them using online methods such as email or contact form. The other type of toy suppliers are in-person suppliers. You must visit them physically to get a deal with them. I will introduce both type of suppliers in this presentation, so stay tuned with me. But before moving forward, I would like to put a disclaimer here that I am not an affiliate of any of these suppliers in the list. This list is purely based upon our research. Let's move on. Let's begin with the number one, online presence suppliers. All of these suppliers can be reached online through text or video conference. They have a major online presence and have been dealing with importers from the US, UK, and Australia. Connecting with them means a smoother workflow and order process, but it also means pushing a lot of responsibility over to them, for which they can charge more cents on the dollar. Number one in the list is IndiaMart. IndiaMart was established in 1996 and has one of the largest supplier directories offering a whole range of products. You can easily use their search engine to look for a specific toy category and find manufacturers by order quantities and age on the website. When looking for wholesale toy suppliers in India, it's better to connect with exporters with a trust seal, which means they are paying for a seller's account and are legitimately there to do business. You can add an extra layer of protection by working with verified exporter services. These badges indicates that IndiaMart has verified the seller's location and business and given them a pass to work with foreign customers like you. What really matters is the price, and you can get toys that start at just 50 cents and can go up to $120 like garden play houses. If you plan on marketing your toys as sustainable or quality assured, you can also filter suppliers by ISO certifications. Number two in the list is Global Sources. Global Sources is a step up from IndiaMart and works pretty much the same way. It is much older than IndiaMart but began Indian operations in 2010. Global Sources has better suppliers and a long checklist to be on their directory. Once again, there is a bit of research required, like using verified sellers, checking ISO certifications, and factory audit reports. All of this information is available in the directory. However, you won't find much niche suppliers here. Suppliers here are mostly selling premium categories like wooden toys, handcrafted toys, and board games, which are sure to fetch a high price on Amazon. The price range from under $1 to about $60. Some of the items include decorations, colored pencils, building block, Lego, inflatable balls, stuffed toys, and everything you might see at a dollar store. These two directories can help you get suppliers in a whole range of toy categories. Most factories here will be producing toys in multiple niches, which might not be particularly optimum for your niche store. Manufacturers who focus on a single niche will always have better skilled workers and a constant supply of raw materials because they haven't diversified production. Both of these qualities are great for FBA sellers looking to target specific toy niches. For this reason, I have also put together a few niche specific wholesale toy suppliers in India. Let's check them out in the next few slides. For that purpose, number one in the list is Khanna Toys. Khanna Toys Corporation was established in 1979 and is older than the internet itself. Thankfully, the management is great at providing online inquiries and you can reach them easily. They offer niche specific plastic toys in pull along toys, roly poly toys, and friction powered plastic toys. Essentially, their main manufacturing facility uses plastic and molding techniques, which can also produce toys like small plastic motorbikes, toy guitars, and drums. They are located in Delhi in the prime market named Sadar Bazaar. Let's move on to the next supplier. Number two in the list is Fun Zoo Toys. Fun Zoo Toys is another niche manufacturer out of India, specializing in stuffed toys. Stuffed toys are an immediate hit with the kids and contribute to some of the biggest sales in kids toys categories. Funzo Toys is a 2008 merger of two independent older toy companies, and their product range starts from $1 to $1.50. Their product lines include stuffed toys, teddy bears, stuffed dolls, cushions, and decorative hanging stuffed toys for a kid's room. Let's move on to the next one. Number three in the list is Masoom Toys. Masoom Toys is perhaps the oldest toys manufacturer on the list. What started in 1942 has quickly grown up to include a few expert niches and a B2B exporting style. They have a host of toys that might interest you, but they are on our list for educational toys. These type of toys can get you a huge profit as parents see them as multifunctional toys for the kids and educational products. They sell puzzle sets, board games, simplified chess boards, toy sets about geography, and much more that you can view in their catalog. They export all over the world and have about 400 unique products. Their product range starts from just under $7. Okay, let's see in-person suppliers. If you are looking to drive down prices even more and connect with local suppliers and distributors in India, there are a few wholesale toys market that can help you link up with the right supplier in person. Let's see them in the next section. Okay, so for that purpose, number one in the list is Crawford Market, Mumbai. Crawford is nearly 150-year-old market in Mumbai, India. It's not specifically a wholesale toy market, but you will find the highest density of toy shops here. The market is always busy and you will find a cluster of toy wholesaler shops all together. So you can find what you need to source fairly quickly. The prices will be in Indian rupees and you will be paying the local rates, as these sellers are 99% of the time unaware of any export potentials. Although you can source toys in bulk below the export market price, you will be responsible for the all the quality control and shipping of your product. Toys here range from sit in miniature cars to tiny bay blades. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one in the list is Lower Chawl, Mumbai. Lower Chawl is an importer stream. Here you can find all sorts of wholesaler suppliers who are ready to do business in the smallest order. Located in an old locality of Mumbai, many wholesale toys sellers on India Marts have their shops here. You can reach them directly during market hours for a better price and negotiate the terms for quality control, packaging, and shipping for a smaller price. But bear in mind, this process will not be the smoothest, and you will have to do most of the work related to packaging and shipping. Okay, so how to source the right toys from India? Now that you have a general idea of where to find the suppliers, let's discuss a small insight into FBA that can lead you to source the right toys. The sales volume of toys on Amazon during the holiday season is larger than at any other time throughout the year. Many sellers make most of their sales during Black Friday to December 15th range, and this is usually the time when toys are sold the most. It's better to check the trends of the previous years and look for popular categories and have your supplier ready to ship those niche categories beforehand. You can also be on the lookout for cyclic toys. These are toys that return to the trend every year or 2 years, depending on the occasion, much like Maria Carey Christmas hit, which is played at every TV section of Walmart during the Christmas season. You can also follow trends of action figures, which will be in demand after a certain movie releases or cartoon screening. These type of events are great for boosting your sales and quickly making a turnover from toys. Usually, when the demand for these toys increases, Amazon runs out of them quickly, and third-party sellers drive up to the cost by almost 200 to 300%. This is where the bulk of the profit is made, and you should definitely use this to drive your sales rating and reviews to attract customers to other similar toys. Okay, so why should you source from India in the first place? One thing we did not discuss is why to source from India in the first place. There are many aspects to look at when thinking about sourcing a product, from environmental impacts to ethical behaviors. Everything comes down to choosing the right supplier. Indian toy manufacturers aren't like Chinese manufacturers that start production from a small capital. These manufacturers have been in production for years, if not decades. When working with the Indian sellers, you will be expecting experienced people in their craft. Most Indian sellers have no problem communicating in English, and this makes order more efficient and clearer. The Toy Association of India is a government body that regulates the production of toys in ethical ways and makes sure everything complies with the required designs. Some of the regulation include air holes in case a child swallows a toy. In terms of price, these manufacturers do not have the same exposure as Chinese sellers and offer a smaller price for the same industry standards. There are also many bilateral trade benefits that you can make advantage of using Indian sellers, like lower tariffs compared to China for importing to the US. This brings us to the end of our video, and I would just like to remind you here that make sure you research the seller and only contact verified seller that have been in business for years. Drop a like if you learned something new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. To know more about sourcing products from India and wholesale suppliers in India, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated about our latest content. Thank you for watching. This is one of the videos from the playlist I created on sourcing products from India. I have inserted a link of that playlist in the description of this video. So click on the playlist video and watch other videos in the playlist to understand the sourcing products from India. Thank you again for watching this video.